This is Winging It, the somewhat whimsical, certainly worrying, decidedly wonky, seldom weighty, endlessly well-intentioned and wildly witty show about music, where one knows what's coming and the other doesn't, and it happens in between both proper to ensure you can spend anywhere from 15 to 180 minutes with us every week. So I tortured David just before the show because this particular show is going to be about... Do you have any guesses what it's going to be about?
Hopefully it won't be as agonizing as that was.
Some of the sexiest music videos of all time.
Oh, see, we didn't watch that.
So I'm going to talk about the one we just talked about, and it was D'Angelo, Untitled. So this is 2000, and it's the video for Untitled, How Does It Feel? And I remember, actually, when this video came out, I remember I was standing, I think, in the kitchen or something. I turned around and I was like, hello, what's going on? I just see washboard abs and like a cut groin. Yeah. And I was like, are we going further than this? This is MTV, right? So it's a single shot where Dee wears nothing but a crucifix, gives the full body treatment to the track, leaving little to the imagination while daring it to run wild. So he's singing about being intimate with a woman that he loves. So it's about kind of monogamy. And it's just basically voice and body. And when you're in an intimate situation with a man, that's all there is. So I will say, I find this video incredibly sexy just because I love the male body. So it is just the male body. And you're watching it move and it's lit. And it's like dangerous because you're very close. Like if they move down like another inch or two, you're going to get a show. So, and then he's got a beautiful body and he's got a beautiful back. And then he turns around and you see his back and you can see his arms. Not, to me, the most attractive man, but not unattractive. But, I mean, I like the way that they're saying that's all you have when you're intimate with somebody is you just have you and that person and their naked form. So there's something very sexy about it. I don't care for the song. So that's the part that sucked for me is I was like, oh, this song is ruining it for me. But if I muted it, it's lovely.
Yeah, I recall two great American commentators on music videos, Beavis and Butthead actually, who were talking about a particular video, and they said kind of what I would say about this video. They said, what you would think about this video, not me, because I didn't enjoy anything about it. I know what they were going for with the music, and it just they're trying to suggest, Al Green and Marvin Gaye and stylistics, and it just the whole.
It's not there.
I mean, it's totally not there. The song was absolutely the dullest thing. It was as dull as dishwater.
I'm not talking about the song.
But yeah, exactly. What Beavis and Butthead said was. This video would be great if this were this. Oh yeah, and if it had this, and if it had this. Yeah, then it would rule. In other words, if it were a completely different song, it would rule because you like the video.
All I had to do was mute it, and it's still beautiful body, beautiful male form.
And I'm sorry,
gorgeous.
I'm not into the whole perfect body thing. That thing doesn't do a thing for me.
It was beautiful. Look, I didn't ask for it. I just turned around and there it was. And it didn't bother me. It's a beautiful body. Do I think it's sexy? Yeah, I think it's a sexy video. If it had somebody whose voice I liked and the song I liked, I think it would be even hotter. But I do think it's a sexy video. It's amongst the top 5 sexiest videos of all times, according to Rolling Stone.
Wow. And are we going to throw our suggestions in, our opinions?
We can, but I'm going to go through them first.
Of course. Yes. I'm just saying, yeah.
The next one is Britney Spears' I'm a Slave for You. So, this video is insanely hot. It's ridiculously hot. She's sweaty. She's writhing. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's I don't know, 19, 20 something. She's beautiful. And she's singing about being a slave for you. It's one of my favorite Britney songs. I actually do it in karaoke, and it's so fucking hot. I think it deserves to be in the top.
And now she's free.
Is she?
Well, yeah, right? Isn't she free?
She is free, yes.
I think I might have seen this once. Maybe I'm confusing it with another one. But
let's take a moment. We'll be right back.
All right.
I'll let you. All right, so we refreshed David's memory, or we showed him for the first time. So anyway, I think it's an incredibly sexy song. I think it's a very sexy video.
Yeah, I was thinking of another one. Similar, basically, things, leather, sweat, everything you got in this video, pretty much, bellies and whatnot. Honestly, she's way too young. I mean, are they trying to be hot? Is it a hot idea? Not even particularly for some reason. It's just, I think the song is too dull. And I'm sorry, they're like Toxic worked much better, Although, I mean, I'm not personally attracted to her. She's way too young. It just doesn't. Now she's what, 40 now, right?
She's 40 now.
Okay, she's maybe in 10 years or so. But it was all right. I've seen much hotter videos, but
I'll be interested to hear what those are. So let's go on to the next one, shall we? Madonna's Justify My Love.
Oh, yes. We've touched on this subject before.
Yes, we've certainly talked about this one before, and Rolling Stone considers it number 3. Now, Britney was number 4, and the one that I also mentioned, D'Angelo, was number 6. I'm going to skip over number 5. I will mention it, but Janet Jackson, Anytime, Anyplace, let's just skip over that one. And Justify My Love. So this is a 4-minute homage to French cinema, obviously. A black and white clip, which I love the black and white. I know we both love the black and white. Obviously,
I'm a big fan of black and white in general.
Yeah.
I mean, movies, yeah.
So it's obviously a bondage play, group sex, blah, blah, blah. And I do think it's really hot. I do. I think it's... let me say this. So can something be hot and not turn me on? Yes. These things are hot. They don't turn me on. I think they're hot, though. I think... it's beautiful people in black and white, kind of all over each other, a sexy song, which I think, again, is a sexy song. So, yeah. And, there's 2 girls kissing, there's 2 men snuggling. It's kind of hot. Like, it's all the taboos all rolled up into one. So, I think the response was either they loved it or they hated it. I absolutely loved it. What do you think of Justify My Love? And I can also refresh your memory in case you forgot.
No, I remember that one. It's
right.
This is the first one really that I can see what they're thinking.
Okay.
This one is actually manages to.
So you're saying that I'm easily.
No, I'm not saying that. No.
The 2 so far. This is the third round. All of them, I think.
Perfect bodies. I'm sorry. I don't care for them. Perfect bodies. I would rather see an imperfect body any day. I don't like that. Look how sculpted I am. I don't give a shit. I mean, I'll go to the art museum if I want to see that.
I hear you.
But this one, they managed to create the aura that they were looking for, and it works. I mean, it's. On that front, they're hitting it.
Yeah, and I think the thing about Madonna that may have made this hotter for you is that Madonna, while she's got something, she's not perfect. She doesn't have the most beautiful face. She doesn't have the absolute perfect sculpted body. She has a great body. Don't get me wrong, but there's not a lot of perfection. It's kind of a lot of enjoyable imperfection. And pushing the norms.
It is, and it's just like Lady Gaga's nose. It's absolutely wonderful. I mean, with a face like that, it's odd that these women who are like these sex symbols and everything, they put on some weight and everybody starts bagging on them, like Lady Gaga, like Madonna. That's when and Paula Abdul. That's when they look the best to me. Put some blubber on you look really good.
So Britney Spears and that, you're like, you could use a couple burgers. Where are you at?
Well, I liked it when she had the little roll. But she was always like I said, she's too young, but she does look good at times, and she can really dance. It's like Miley Cyrus. The 2 of them really have something.
I'll leave the Miley Cyrus thing there. I'm just going to leave it. All right. I'll leave it there.
I was kind of feeling you out on that one.
I'm just going to leave it there.
Okay.
We'll come back to
Fair
that.
Enough.
Number 2 is Prince's Kiss. So do you remember that video?
Yeah, I do.
So this one, the polyamorous, polyamorously perverse, let me say that, Prince probably deserves his own sexiest videos list because he really does have a lot of sexy videos. This one is not the top of my list for being sexy videos at all. I guess I can see where they're coming from, but it doesn't do it for me. I think it's a fun video.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit the sexy list for me, but it's number 2.
Wow. I don't think it hits the sexy. I have a funny feeling what's going to be one. Don't ask me to say it. But I don't think the video is sexy. I just like the song a lot. I don't even know if it's a sexy song.
I think the song's kind of sexy.
But I love that song. In fact, just today, I swear, they were playing that at work, and I walked into the restaurant and I was singing that shit loud.
Hell yeah.
I didn't know if anyone was in there. I didn't care. It's
Who
like,
cares?
yeah, I'm singing Prince,
Just do it.
Join me,
That's right. Be smart. Join my ass. Let's do this.
Let's unite here. But video, no big deal. But the song, yeah, of course. Yeah.
The song is a great song. So I'll go to number 1, and then I'm going to give you some honorable mentions and then ask for some of yours. So number 1, do you have a guess?
Of course I have a guess.
Come on, I want to hear it.
George freaking Michael, I Want Your Sex.
It is not.
No, really?
It is Chris Isaak's Wicked Game.
Wicked Game, yeah. Oh, it's been 100 years. I don't remember.
Oh, would you like to see a little bit?
Oh, I want to see a clip.
Oh, my God. We'll be right back. All right, so we came back from watching that super steamy, in my opinion, amazing video where we are watching one of the most beautiful models, in my opinion, of the entire world just throw her bikini top, pull her bikini bottoms down. She's all over Chris Isaak, partially naked, and she's just gorgeous. I mean, and he looks amazing, and the clouds and the black and white and the beach and the funny thing about this is I watched him do quite a few interviews on this, and he was like, oh, God, it was so hot. And there were these moments where it was so hot, and I'm looking at her, and she's like, yeah, I got nothing. So that's kind of sad. You think you're having a moment, but she's acting. She's clearly a very good actress because you believe she's in.
Hitchcock would have been proud. I mean, that's...
I mean, do you not think this is... I think this deserves to be number 1, 1,000%. I think it is so hot. The song is hot. The imagery is hot. It's all hot. What do you think?
Well, yeah, it's like they've crafted this erotic mirage here. I mean, it looks, I don't know. I mean, you've got underwear on the beach. You've got people hugging, and you've got splashing water. All I remember from way back when was him and clouds and a beach, and that's it. I don't remember.
You
it
don't
isn't
remember
because
her?
I guess I didn't see that far. But of course the twangy sort of discordant guitar really helps, kind of this fever dream kind of thing, and
it is kind of dreamy.
I would.
Oh my God.
I'm going to sound like E.T. by the 3rd episode tonight. We're recording 3 episodes, and so pardon me. But I didn't remember all of that, and I thought it deserves to be there. I think they really got it this time. I mean, I agree wholeheartedly. This is, it's just a sultry video.
It really is. Well, it is number 1, but there are some other ones. A couple of, I'd say, notable mentions. Fiona Apple's Criminal came in number 7. And I do think it's a pretty hot video, though a very strange video. Strange imagery, but she's very young, and it's kind of a taboo situation where there's Polaroids around and some strange things afoot, and she is she's in a pool of water with some strange gentleman's feet all around her. I mean, it's pretty hot, but in a very I'd say unconventional way, but still very good. Another one that came up on the list, though number 11, and I'm not sure how I feel about it, is Girls on Film.
I do recall Duran Duran's Girls on Film video, but the song a little better, but I don't remember if it was, didn't make an impression where I'm still thinking about it, so it must not have been that amazing.
Well, here's a band that we talked about on another episode of Winging It recently, Aerosmith's Crazy. Now, this has Liv Tyler in it and Alicia Silverstone in it.
Oh.
And they're dressed in their little Catholic schoolgirl uniforms, and they're doing their thing. I think it's a pretty hot video, but again, they're both super, super young, which always bothers me. And that's his daughter.
Liv Tyler, yeah.
I don't know about that, but I think it's a pretty hot video. And if you ask, any warm-blooded man at the time, he'd probably have said it's a real hot video, which is why they used those 2 hot women in it. And there's also maybe an insinuation of lesbianism, which always is a big turn-on for men, as far as I know. So there's that. And then there's Paula Abdul's Cold Hearted. Now, so here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Paula Abdul and sexy don't kind of go in the same sentence for me, although she does look really cute in this video. Paula Abdul's more cute than she is sexy. I don't know how to tell you, but I know for some guys, cute is sexy. So maybe that's the category it falls into. I don't think it's a hot song. It's kind of a take on 1979's All That Jazz. It's kind of a take on that movie. And it's cute, but it doesn't, I don't think it deserves to be here. She's into that
whole Bob
here.
Fosse thing and choreography.
Yeah, but it's number 17.
Yeah, no, and this one... I think there's a lot of force of suggestion here because they show the record executives and stuff sweating like, oh, that was so hot, and they're all uncomfortable and everything. When is it really that hot? Mm-mm. I mean, I don't know. It's edited in such a way as to be really suggestive. I thought it was. I like Paula Abdul, and I do think she's really attractive
cute.
and stuff. But the video itself is not really sexy or anything. But they were certainly trying. So
they were certainly trying.
I mean, it's sexier than many that don't try. So. Yeah.
This is one I think should be higher on the list. That is number 20, and it's George Michael's Freedom 90 with all of the hot supermodels in it. I think this is a hot video because it's got beautiful people doing kind of unconventional things in black and white.
Yep.
I don't understand why this is not higher on the list, but again, I didn't make the list. So those are just a few that I thought we should definitely mention before I open it up for you to tell me some of yours that you think should have made this list. And maybe they are on this list, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if it's Freedom 90 is like really like a hot, sexy video or anything, but it is. I just remember the faces, but it was fascinating and beautiful. It was very striking. Black and white again, for the most part, or all of it, I think.
All
right?
of it. Well, I think except like the burning jacket and stuff. But,
yeah. Mostly black
Cindy
and white.
Crawford, fully clothed, but like laying in the bathtub. This beautiful woman in the bathtub, fully clothed. And then you've got Naomi Campbell dancing around, but not in a conventional way, kind of an artsy way. And, Linda Evangelista, you are underneath her sweater. It's just, there's something sexy about it all.
And if I remember correctly, you never see him singing the lyric, you see them.
Which was very sad for me.
Yeah, it's true, but it's fascinating to see. Here are these, Cindy Crawfords and people like that who are singing, who are mouthing the lyrics, that you're hearing George Michael's voice. It was really quite interesting and really striking and beautiful.
Video, I'm saying.
Thank you for not saying Faith. I think that was ridiculous.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no.
Thank you for not saying
that. Freedom 90 was, it deserves to be on this list, and I think it should be higher. I just thought it was artsy and beautiful and sexy as fuck, but who am I?
Yep. Well, for some reason, there was a video that I don't know why it was really hot at the time. I mean, I feel like, I must have been really young and immature when I felt this way. But the bangles in your room, I don't know what it is about that video. It's not that there's, they don't need to show skin or anything like that. A lot of times that's the least sexy thing. But there's something about it. There's innocence about it, but it's seductive too. And there's a really psychedelic motif and all the lava lamps and kaleidoscopic stuff and everything, and it has that 60s throwback vibe. And I don't know, it's just something really hot about it. The way she sings it, the lyric, and
it's Susanna Hoff. She's fucking beautiful.
And
talk about the perfect body. She's got the perfect body and the perfect face. So now you're confusing me.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
She doesn't have the perfect voice, but she has a perfect body and the perfect face.
Well, she has a great voice for the songs that she sings, and
I mean,
she looks fantastic. And it's just
but she is perfect.
Well, they're all perfect, I mean, and it isn't like it's not a flesh parade video. It's just really hot for some reason. Oh, and that brings to mind another female vocal group, Bananarama Venus. How could that not be on there? That's one of the hottest things ever. And perhaps it's just me.
I'm trying to remember what it is.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course, the original Shocking Blue Venus, classic all time. But Bananarama did a hell of a version of it, too, and they did a really hot video that went with it.
Yeah, I remember the video.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything for me.
Okay, well,
But I'm a chick.
You're a chick, yeah.
And I don't like chicks.
You're not that kind of chick,
No, but
that kind of chick would love that video.
I will tell you, though, that there are, I think the Go-Go's are a pretty hot little group, and I think some of the stuff like, Vacation had a lot of cute little moments, and I don't think it's sexy, but it has cute moments. They're very attractive women. There's a lot of with very attractive women, but I'm trying to think would I think of anything else that is really sexy? I don't know. I mean, shit that's on here is stuff like Cher's If I Could Turn Back Time. There's nothing sexy about that video to me.
No, there isn't.
I get that she's 150 and she looks like she's like 26. Thanks to,
Well, she wasn't 150 then, but...
I'm just saying, but she's still 150.
that is not one of them. That is certainly not a hot video.
But people think it's really hot because it's her butt and there's a tattoo on her butt and she, has no, almost nothing on. but it doesn't really do anything for me. So I don't know.
What's funny is as often as they tried, most of the time, Madonna's stuff and Lady Gaga's stuff, I don't like Lady Gaga's videos hardly ever. They're just bizarre and obnoxious. I just don't care for them for the most part as much as they try. So you would think they would be in there. But
they may be further on down in the
maybe
list.
further down the line. I mean, I wouldn't personally suggest them. But, yeah, Bananarama Venus, that's one of them. But
White Snake.
We're talking...
Here I Go Again with Tawny Katane rolling around.
Tawny Katane, yeah.
I'm sorry, there's nothing wrong with him. He's fucking beautiful in that video, and that fucking voice. And he's looking right at you with that beautiful mane. Oh, I am all about hair. And he had fucking hair and the voice. So, yeah, that's a pretty hot fucking video. And Tawny Katane rolling around. I think everybody wanted to buy the car and buy her rolling around on the car. So, I mean, maybe that's further down on the list, but that's one that comes to mind that should have made it because they're both beautiful.
Tawny Katane, eh?
Yep. Gone too soon again. I mean, was she 54, 56?
Yeah. She was like the ultimate 80s video vixen.
I mean, I watched that video not too long ago and I was like, God, she's so beautiful. Good Lord. So, and that was a perfection. That woman was perfection, whatever. But I think that's another one that should have made it in the top, but it's not there. Very strange, but that's really all that I have. I just want to talk about some of the sexiest videos of all time, whether or not I agree with them and whether or not you agree with them, but very interesting to see what people think is sexy and what Rolling Stone thinks is sexy.
And I feel certain that if George Michael, I Want Your Sex were on there, you would have mentioned that.
I don't think I looked at all of it, but if it didn't make it in the top 20, I kind of just discounted it.
Yeah, and that one should be discounted for some reason. That just
I mean, he's hot, but it's kind of a cheesy video.
Yeah, well,
Freedom 90 was a great video, but that was
much
cheese.
Classier,
And honestly, he was pretty embarrassed about that song later on in his life. Wasn't my favorite song by George Michael. I thought it was fun, but he was embarrassed by it later. But whatever. I mean, people have some very strange songs.
That's got to be a drag because you put something on, you can't take it back, and you think, oh well, it's out there,
Yeah, and he's known for it, and that sucks,
if I had any shame, I'd probably feel the same way about some of my stuff or most of it.
Well, I mean, it was a huge hit.
Yeah, there is that.
He's still like, you know what? Yeah. Oh God, what was I thinking? And you're right, you can't take it back. And if he could, I mean, I think he probably would have, but.
Well, he should hold the line and not do the damn thing in concert.
Let's see. No, he did it in concert.
Oh,
well,
man.
At least in the concert I went to, 1987's, because it was the I Want Your Sex tour. So, of course, he has to do it in that tour. But it wasn't until later he felt bad about the song. So anyway, that is really all that I have for this, some of the sexiest videos of all time. And as we know, video, it didn't kill the radio star, but video and the radio star both still exist, though.
Kinda.
Where you see the videos are on YouTube, no longer on MTV or VH1, and pretty much it stopped after like 6 years of being in music television and is now like 16 and pregnant. So I'm kind of out, but I do like to go to YouTube and reminisce. So if you want to watch any of these, they are available out there on YouTube. And, when we end winging it, usually that's you saying,
let's fly this coop.
This has been Birds of a Feather on What the Flock Radio.